Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I want to talk about OVAIOZA, the Facebook influencer who duped people to the tune of over 2 billion naira. Please, if you're not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe. Thank you. So I got to know of OVAIOZA on the 15th of January. No, sometime in January, not on the 15th, because she got married sometime in January. So I was seeing her pictures everywhere. Congratulations, OVAIOZA, OVAIOZA. I was like, who is this girl? So I went to her page like few days after her pictures were still trending. I went to her page and this was what she wrote about how she met her husband. Lots of lies. Lots of lies. She talked about how his mom was so helpful, how his mom is this, how his mom is a top person. Just a whole lot of lies that were later to be unveiled. It was realized that her husband was just a bold guy. Now listen, it's let me just say it's not a bad thing to be married to a bold guy, but the problem is the lie she told. And meanwhile, this was in November 2020. She told a story about a certain bold guy she met. They got talking, and then she got the contract to supply him to be his corn supplier for his poultry. Little did we know it was this same guy, because in the end you realize that it was the same person she was talking about, but when she talked about how she met her husband in January 2022, she just changed the story. She kind of brushed his personality, brushed who he was, because she wanted her story to appeal to people. So this is her ex. Her ex actually wrote this story in February 2022. It talked about how when they met, they started a relationship, and then over years I was dating her bold guy and I was also dating this her boyfriend. When he complained, she brushed his, like, why are she kind of calm, diffused the situation. But it was later he realized she was actually sleeping with this bold guy. So eventually it was the bold guy she got married to. According to her, the guy is from Edo State. So this is her story. This is Oveza yesterday in a Lube police station with her husband. So these are stories from this. Okay, and the thing about Oveza people is that they were so defensive, very defensive, in an annoying way too. In an annoying way too, they were defending all her actions, even until yesterday. They are now blaming her husband. I was like, please, what people will not do is blame this lady's husband. Please, that's who she is. So now these are people complaining that the problem is not that she married a cab driver. Cab drivers are decent and honest human beings who make a decent living. The problem is she tried to market him to the public as a son of a wealthy man. I agree totally, because that was the impression she gave. Like, she lied so much. Then okay, this is her closest friend. This one was somebody that used to, her hype woman, and a much older lady. But if you see where this lady is serving over all for crumbs, all for crumbs. And it was discovered, they said, that she was actually planning to migrate to America. She bought a house there. She planned to become a citizen by ownership or something. I think there is, you can actually become a citizen when you buy a property in America. So that was how she planned to become an American citizen. So this is her ex-boyfriend, the same guy who wrote about how she cheated. Yesterday he gave what I would call a vote of thanks, talking about how Ovaiza really dealt with him. You can read through by yourself. You can pause and read through. So this is it. Then this is the lawyer who wrote a complaint to SEC to investigate Ovaiza. This was the lawyer who started everything. So this is it. And this is somebody from the Egusi group, because her food storage business, she had rice, she had plantain, she had Egusi, she had different food produce and different farm produce rather. And then this is one Chidima that said, even in the group, because when this whole thing started in March, initially she was trying to calm people down, telling people that they shouldn't worry, everything is in order. We didn't know that in her Egusi group she was asking for money, spiritual deeds. They said they were always firing prayer for her. You can imagine. So this is that her ex-boyfriend giving vote of thanks yesterday. He also thanks this Emike lady. As you can see, the Emike lady, even though we couldn't remain as close as I would have wanted, I'm grateful for all she did. This Emike is Ofeiza's very good friend. I want you to Ofeiza, if she falls out with you, you must fall out with everybody. She's a person that if she's your friend, you dare not be friends with any other person. So after the whole pressure mounted on Ofeiza, she actually put up this post saying that she was going to pay, that she was going to deduct all the ROI, that's return on investment, she had given to her investors previously, that she was going to deduct it and then pay them the balance. Oh, the reaction was crazy. People were upset, like, you don't do that. No, you're going to give us our complete money. We don't care. This is not what we planned. A whole lot of, funny enough, a whole lot of Facebook influencers I thought had sense actually invested in this platform. There are people I rated, people I thought, oh no, they are too smart. They can't never fall for a Ponzi scheme, but most of them invested in this same platform. So this is Oji Onyeka. He said something about that didn't change. She has always been this way from the beginning. This, you can read through. This is what the guy wrote about OVAIOZA and how she lived a double life on social media. So okay, also there were posts of how OVAIOZA went. Oh, there was a time OVAIOZA lied about. I don't know if she lied, but she said she had kidney problem. She sent DMs to people asking for money, begging for money. That she had kidney. This was in 2020. So you can imagine how she went from begging for crumbs in 2020. She was also in several posts begging for money, giveaway. How, just imagine, forget that this is written a year ago. This was in 2020. So you can imagine how she went from this to owning properties, how she went from this to owning properties. Thanks to one thing about Nigerians are not, I don't know if I should, they are not intelligent, they are very gullible. So this is in the Egusi group. Okay, this is her plantain group. She finally opened the plantain group because for the longest time, these groups were locked. She only had access to them. She would post whatever she wanted to post and she will not allow people air their opinion. So this time around, the group has been opened because people are, I think she opened it herself. So this is the Anukaike Justice Court. This group was set up for Ponzi schemes and all that. So this is her talking about Facebook influencers that invested with OVAIOZA. So after the whole issue came up, the issue of you know, investors being owed, people at OVAIOZA's so-called close circle, as the people she listed as her allies, these people here, they had a meeting with her 2 days ago. These are the people she had a meeting with 2 days ago. Even they claimed she was still lying. Her mom was present. She lied so much, but at a point she couldn't lie anymore. They demanded for her account statements. They said the account statement, the money she was making from profit wasn't tallying with the money she was being paid from sales. So it's obvious that she was like, as people were investing, she was using their money to pay as return on investments, like more like robbing Peter to pay Paul. So at this point, it now choked her in the sense that she couldn't cope again because people stopped paying. People stopped paying, so she couldn't go further in the transaction. So when they realized all this, they now told her, okay, you have to put your plaza up on sale. She had to put, now she has put this plaza up on sale for 500 million naira. So hoping she sells it and she's able to at least offset some of her bills. So this is part of what happened yesterday in Lube police station. This is OVAIOZA. This is OVAIOZA on social media when she still had her mojo, and this is her yesterday. The same skirt, but I guess her emotional state of mind and all that. So this is it. She bought a house. She planned to go back there, to go to America to have a baby. And then, see this Ada Ujalegwa woman. I don't know, she claims to be a medical doctor in Dublin, but she has been a nuisance on social media lately. I don't understand. Like, I don't get the woman. This is her hyping OVAIOZA. But sometimes I wonder, like, how do you just stay and hype somebody you don't know? Like, there are words you shouldn't, there are people you don't know. You must realize that I don't know these people beyond social media. Even, like, what do you know of OVAIOZA? Nothing. So this is a lady who has sponsored 95% of her trip abroad and even paid her tuition fee using investors' money. The lady allegedly deleted the post, but the person who made this post said if the lady denies that she's going to post whatever she did, like the original post. So this Defunke Adewumi is she's a known Facebook influencer. Surprisingly, she fell for the scam and she has been very frustrated, so aggressive, very aggressive. Just like most of OVAIOZA's investors, they've been so aggressive. Once they make a post, God help you, go there and tell them, oh no, you won't get your money. They're going to go for you. They have been acting like sheer lunatics, like mad people. So it's been crazy, crazy, crazy. Also, there's also a video of this guy. I'm going to attach the video of this guy who, a boy is a fool. I have never seen somebody that foolish all my life. I have never seen somebody who placed money over his health. I'm going to share that video. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So this is what has been happening. This is all what OVAIOZA Wahala has been about the whole OVAIOZA. She's trending on Twitter, she's trending on Facebook, she's on Instagram. Everybody is talking about how much scam this girl committed. She has been so terrible. People are disappointed. People are disappointed. But then, honestly, who gives such money? Like, I don't know if the only thing, one thing about Nigeria is an average Nigerian loves quick money, and if you question the source of this money, they will go off on you. They will start ranting. They will start vibrating. Because, I mean, even the likes of Obi Kubana don't splash money anyhow. Like this girl was splashing. Ah, OVAIOZA, I dreamt you gave me money. Pam, OVAIOZA, wire money to them. OVAIOZA, I learned you did this. She was so generous. She was so carefree. Like, didn't they think it was their money she was throwing around? Who works so hard for their money and then splashes it on people, on total strangers? So this is it. So this is all you need to know about OVAIOZA. The lies. So there's this lady, I don't know, I thought I actually put that here. There's this lady who called out OVAIOZA. She was the person who supplied materials to OVAIOZA when OVAIOZA got married. OVAIOZA got materials from her. And then the lady puts up the post and tags OVAIOZA. OVAIOZA sends her a DM. Like, why are you putting up the post? I have not authorized you to put up the post. I'm going to, if I wanted to tag you, I would have tagged you. You know, stuff like that. So it was later the lady realized when OVAIOZA put up the post of how she met her husband, she now lied that it was her mother-in-law who got the fabric. So OVAIOZA actually lied that it was her mother-in-law who bought the fabric for her. These are different comments from her ass lickers. These are different comments from her ass lickers when the going was good. So this is okay. This is a message somebody wrote. Somebody wrote this, and you know, some people actually realized how dubious she was real quick, and they just did the right thing. They realized very early, and they took cover. The went because then people were always saying, OVAIOZA post. I mean, so market. People will run to the market. They won't see her, but because of how aggressive her fan base was, most people didn't want to talk about it. So this guy now noticed and jejely asked for his money, withdrew his money very early, quietly, because then she'll post, oh, I'm in so market, I'm offloading. Meanwhile, it's just some random Aboki people offloading stuff. She'll run to them and take a picture with them and all that. So that is exactly who OVAIOZA. This is Blossom Martins, a popular Facebook influencer too, endorsing OVAIOZA. Like, the girl was actually the main thing. This is her and her husband yesterday. Everybody was talking about OVAIOZA. Everybody. So in the end, you realize this is one of her ass lickers. In the end, you realize that in this life, you're honestly on your own. You realize in this life you are on your own. People don't really care so much about you, like you're on your own. So in everything you do, you need to be honest. Honesty is the best policy. You need to be transparent. Like I said yesterday, it was just her mom that was with her and her husband. And I know her husband over time might just decide to just, face or move on with his life. Because who loves stress? Who loves to be associated with criminality? Because this is a dent on her face. Like, she's never going to be whole after this again. So this is the lady who supplied fabric, namely Sokongwa Juliet. This is the story she wrote, and this is the DM she shared from OVAIOZA. It's totally unacceptable to leave my pictures to do art. If I wanted to give you a review, I would have tagged you. Now, so this is the OVAIOZA outside social media. Like, on her TL, she was gentle. OVAIOZA will never reply your sub. She will never reply your sub. But this girl, what she schemes privately, unmatched. The girl, very hard-earned girl. So now this is it. So when the whole this thing came out, she now said, oh, it was my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law loves me so much. She bought the fabric. Like, why the lies? Why the lies? So tell me what you think about this whole OVAIOZA scam. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please share my videos, like and comment. Thank you.